Greetings, water signs. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome back to the Moonshine. We are doing our views from the 6D reading. And as I was shuffling, I just wanted to show you what came up. So if you have not been checking out the other elemental readings, please go ahead and do that. As we see in this card here, the water signs is what we're getting to. All right. You guys have some exploration to do under water. We have the earth signs getting grounded, getting comfortable on the new earth frequency. We have the air signs really climbing and ascending so that they can receive the messages at the top of this mountain here. And we have the sun, which is our torch burning bright in the sky for us. So we're going to get to water signs and fire signs next, okay? Let us roll the dice and see where we are currently. What current are the water signs in at the moment? Okay, we have a 1 and 70%. So you guys are now putting on your scuba gear. You're like getting all of the necessary components of your scuba gear together. You pretty much are 70% of the way through that process so that you can dive in. All right, so let's read angel number 170 and see what we have for the water signs. And we have an ad, so be patient, take a sip of tea. Angel number 170 is a message of congratulations from your angels and universal energies. Using positive affirmations, visualizing and praying, amongst other manifesting tools, bring about your desired results, and your angels commend you for practicing these methods. The universe answers by providing you with your wants and needs. Continue to concentrate on your personal spirituality and follow your divine life purpose and soul mission, and you will find success and fulfillment on all levels. Congrats, water signs. Let us do our astroscope and see what houses, planetary alignments, and other placements are impacting the water signs. We have Cancer, the doula, Pisces, the mystic, and Scorpio, the animal. What information do you have for us from the skies? How are these things impacting the tides for the water signs? Messages, please, for the water signs. Thank you. Pluto, transformation. This is definitely a continuation of the earth sign energy. They had Pluto transformation happening as well. We have ascendant. So you're transforming your outlook, water signs, your worldview. Let's see, anything else? Fifth house, passion. This is the fire that's been burning bright in the sky. The fire signs were leading the charge. If you go back to the last set of elemental readings, okay? These are timeless readings, so you know it's hard to say specific time frames to go back to. But if you scroll through the videos that I've done recently, you'll see that this passion has been in every single one of the readings, and it has been guiding us towards our destiny, okay? So the water signs are finding renewal in releasing old cycles. The water signs are clearing and cleansing on behalf of the collective emotionally, and shifting their worldview and their personal expression as a direct connection to this new passion that we are finding in the higher frequencies, 5 and above. Okay, so let's pull a room for these. Please clarify the transformation. What can help with the water signs in their transformation phase? One clear message for this transformation. We have creativity, yeah. New ideas, birth, and nourishment. Okay, we have mother energy here, supporting this inner growth and transformation. This feminine aspect is really supporting the birth of new ideas as we transform. Clarify 5th house passion, please. What can help us to understand this passion and feel grounded in it? Thank you. All right, so we have joy and family, communion, friendships, and partnerships. So bringing celebration into our relationships. That's what, for the water signs, that's what makes us feel good. Being happy and at peace, at one with the universe. And because of that, it's a reflection of our communions with other people. Okay. So we're giving birth to joy. We're giving birth to a new frequency of humankind. We have so many things to celebrate, so many ideas and ways to be creative in this new space. And that creates peace and happiness for us through our charitable deeds. Okay, the water signs are very caring and compassionate, very giving. And so that is, yeah, that's what the water signs are really processing. As we've talked about before, we have the water signs really navigating the murky emotional waters and then coming up for air, feeling sometimes left out in the cold in the lower frequency. And in this higher frequency, when we come up for air, we're going to be met with the greater good, all right, rather than the nonsense that we've been cleaning up. Okay, so we're getting ourselves ready for that. We've been working on transforming ourselves emotionally, balancing that, and we're just about ready to dive in to this new earth frequency from an emotionally open place. The last one we have is speed on your journey. We have a talisman, ease of transition. We have support in our communication. We have good news coming to us. And we have us really finding our spiritual way. It's beautiful. So what crystals might we find underwater to support us in this process? What can support creativity and the birth of new ideas for the mother energy? We have gold, the golden ring. Okay. Remember that you are not only within the womb of creation, but you are the womb of creation. Life is not possible without water. It's really not possible without any of the elements. That's why we work together. But we're finding joy in our own gifts. We have red jasper to support with joy. What can support us as we move through different levels of humankind to our highest frequency? Thank you. We have the ruby, okay, to support with our family, our friendships, charitable deeds, and seeing the greater good. And last one, please, to support this talisman on our outlook, What do we have for us? One clear message for the water signs. Thank you. Rose quartz. Awesome. So we start with gold, supporting this golden transformation, this new golden age that we are giving birth to. It says beautiful, precious, rare. You are holding might. Try on gold and improve your sight. Your love of self is paramount to the love of any object. Yeah, really tapping into our personal gifts of creativity and growth and transformation. We have also red jasper here supporting with joy. We have beauty and grace inhabit this grounding stone. Red rock resembles life force. Take this on trips, or deep sea diving maybe, and outcomes will improve greatly. We have ruby to support us with this elevation. We say, whenever we travel, carry the red slippers, the ruby slippers. Okay, you will find your journey more manageable. You'll find this ascension process more manageable. You'll find people more manageable. Once you have your ruby slippers, you can always click your heels and return to those deep waters that make you feel safe and calm. And then again, come up for air whenever you're wanting to see the beautiful life that you've given your emotional waters to. Okay. So what I'm getting is that the water signs are learning when to pull back some of that passionate energy so that they can see the bigger picture rather than getting caught up in how individual people may show up. We're looking at the greater good. And finally, we have rose quartz here. We have love supporting our journey. Hold this near your heart when you wish to open it. Okay, whenever you want to open your heart to people, places, and things on this new earth, you can use any of these crystals, and especially rose quartz. Great. We're going to dive a little deeper into this transformation, into this passion that we are holding. And into this new outlook that we have. Okay, just getting things set up here so we can move forward, not have to clean up a million times. Right? Water signs, which we want to do it right the first time so we don't have to keep going back and cleaning up these murky waters on behalf of the collective. Very meticulous, the water is. Very intentional. You know the water's intentions by how high the tides are. Okay. Let's get some tarot on behalf of the 6D field of vision for the water signs. What is the collective currently seeing from the 6D frequency? What is the higher perspective that the water signs need to see? We have some stuff written out. One more, please. Higher perspective for the water signs. Thank you. We have King of Fire, King of Earth at the bottom, Transformation again, and the Hierophant. Yes, getting things in order. That's what I was just saying. The Hierophant is all about things being in their proper place. Okay. The Hierophant is all about that higher understanding of universal principles, the implementation of those things within our daily lives to create order and balance. And so the water signs, as I was saying, you know really what's the intention of the water signs by how high the tides are, right? So if we have a low tide and it's a gentle flow, it means that things are going exactly as they should go. If we see the tides are rising high and it's starting to look like tsunami or hurricane type weather, it's because we are needing to clean some stuff up. And this is something that the water signs know innately. There's a certain level of balance that is always present with the water signs because water will always find its own level. Okay. So this is the water signs finding their own level within their transformation. And this Hierophant is a number 5 as well. So it shows us exactly what lights us up. What lights the water signs up? What brings sparks and firecrackers and explosions of happiness to the water signs is for things to be in order, for it to be done right the first time, so that the changes that need to come are small. We don't have to do a whole lot of cleanup if we maintain a certain level of cleanliness along the way. So from the higher perspective, we see this and we know this. On the Hierophant's table here, we have gold rings. Wow. We have a set of gold rings in the corner here. We have some other crystals on the table. We have a feather with some ink to channel the messages from the higher realms. We have the chalice here, the emotional cup being full and overflowing. And we also have some luxury here. We have some, it looks like perfume in a bottle. And so the water signs, they like things just so, okay? They know that they are satellites and channels, vessels for the divine, because we bring forth life and we want life to be brought forth in the healthiest, most wholesome way that we can have it, right? And so we are transforming our understanding of our own passion. We're really examining that flame in our hands here. We are, I don't want to say picking it apart, but to a certain extent, we have the white glove on, okay? We know that water signs are able to see things that other people sometimes don't want us to see, but we understand that that is also one of our gifts. Our gift is to support other people with their transformation, because we're always willing to be transparent about what we've had to do in order to see that transformation within our own lives. Okay, so the water signs are stepping into their leadership quality to support people with their own transformation so that they can examine their own murky waters and take responsibility for their own stuff and hold their own wands. Okay, so speaking of wands, we have the King of Fire here. So we're shifting our outlook. We're shifting our outlook. You see that heart where that passionate flame of life force energy, like this red jasper. We are becoming illuminated with this golden ring above our heads. We're becoming illuminated to the fact that what lights us up from our heart space is really what lights us up intellectually. It gives us our wisdom. It has helped us to refine our sage spirit and for our flame to burn brightly through the ages on behalf of the collective. We're seeing that this is a part of our superpower. Okay. Wow, this is great. So let's see what the current energy is from where we are. What is the collective water sign energy experiencing in their scope of awareness from where we are right now. So there's a part of us that knows that things need to be in divine right order and that the transformation is still happening, and that it's the spark of life force energy from within our hearts that helps us to constantly seek that illumination. So tell us about the collective's current energy. What are they experiencing in their scope of awareness for right now? Clarify the field of vision right now. It's back. Okay. It's like the birdies tell me when we're done shuffling. Ooh. Thanks, y'all. All right, I will clean that up later. I cleaned up my mess here, created another mess here. Can't help it, huh? Being human. All right, so what we have for the water signs is currently in your frame of awareness, you're still sitting by the seashore, seeing all the things you can see from this final viewpoint. You are knowing that this is like the last time that you're going to see it in this way, because things are now shifting to their divine right order. But as water signs, you can't help but take a look around and breathe in that energy, be empathic and feel your way through it, so that when you actually do take that leap into the water, right, you have something to motivate you forward. Okay, you know that even though this was beautiful in its time, that releasing it will allow you to move forward to what is calling you now, the new vision, the new view, the new perspective, the new levels, you know, going deeper within your perspective about what you're seeing, so that you can see some new stuff, right? The things above in this older frequency, they look a little different in the new earth. And when you're flowing freely, submerged in the water, knowing that that's your element, you get to see different things. Okay. Yeah. We also have here, wow, this is confusing. I don't know about any of the other water signs, but math in this form is like, what? Am I back in school? Why do we have all these equations and stuff on the board, Spirit? What is this? Please, I don't understand, right? That's how the water signs are feeling right now. Similar to the earth signs, not really wanting to get off the boat and do more work, or get off their vessel and do more work, but we have the water signs feeling similar. Realizing that there's still so much to learn. There's so much to do. We're right in the center of this spiral. How do we get out? How do we get out of this? Right? There's still a learning curve here for the water signs to find their way out of this labyrinth. And that's what you're feeling right now, kind of overwhelmed by this equation on the board that you feel all this pressure now to figure out. It's a timed test, so you're just spinning. Let's clarify these. Yeah, with shifting your outlook on it, it's calling you to open your heart up and not be so bogged down by how challenging the equation might look, and realize that you can find your way out once you're listening to the right GPS system. Let's see. Clarify these for the water sign collective. What's going on in their spiritual space, their emotional, mental space that is bringing up these subconscious concerns? Clarify, please. Okay. Yes, we have 4 here. So first we have soulmate energy, feeling deeply connected to all of the experiences that we have as water signs, right? This frequency was a soulmate for some point in our lives, and releasing a soulmate, detaching from a soulmate makes us feel unstable and unsturdy, ungrounded, right? Makes us feel a little insecure about, you know, where's all this taking us next? But in this realization that the soulmate energy was present means that you'll always have some remnants of the impact that this soulmate had on you. You may not act in ways that you learned from this soulmate. You may not choose to engage with this soulmate anymore, but you understand that the purpose was for you to be together for some part of your journey so that you can learn some things, see some things, awaken some things within you, and then learn detachment. It's one of the hardest lessons when it comes to our soulmate connections. But realizing that our true soulmate is the divine. You see how his hand is above his head, kind of like the Hierophant? Our true soulmate is for things to be in divine right order. And so if this new frequency, this new earth is in divine right order, then we understand the karmic soulmate that this frequency has been, and the new energy that comes with finding a soulmate from a healed place, right? Finding your connection with the Most High Universe from a healed and high vibrational place. Also, water signs, we have here release. Yep. I'm telling you, it's like putting away, releasing, saying goodbye to this old world. There's feelings of nostalgia there. There's like sadness, but then there's also this sense of relief because we can see the sun coming through the clouds there. Again, I was saying that it's hard to release a soulmate and say goodbye to the memories that you had, the views that you may have shared together. You know, saying goodbye to that is a hard thing to do, especially for the water signs, because as a water sign, I know we tend to want to hold on to our soulmates forever, and detachment is a challenge. However, this soulmate was a misaligned version of your attraction point, okay? And so as you release that, it's allowing you to go a little bit deeper, okay? It's allowing you to submerge yourself in this new experience. What is this new life like without these things that we've had to detach from? What is the new perspective that we can hold once we're no longer taking up space and taking up air with these old misaligned ways of being, right? Everything has its time. And so bittersweet has come up a lot for us. Releasing. We have completion. Oh my gosh. Look at this. It's bringing things to a completion. So the sun Even though we have to release this, the sun was peeking out from the back there, which allows us to then revisit some of these things, but from a different emotional place, from a more healed and wholesome place where we understand the process of life. We understand that we can't hold on to anything forever, right? No matter how much we want to, we have to release certain things. And so this completion that we're experiencing through this transformation is helping us to graduate. That's the equation right there. How do you subtract, divide, multiply, and add to the completion of this equation, the completion of this lesson, the completion of this karmic cycle? Really graduating, okay? Graduating your outlook, graduating and getting elevated within your own transformation, saying goodbye to certain things and allowing them to come to their full completion emotionally. And finally, we have trickery. This is the trick of the mind. The labyrinth of this mind space here that you feel like you can't get out of. It's all a trick. It's an emotional entrapment that we've allowed ourselves to be tricked into, okay? And so we're realizing this through this King of Fire energy, that we are coming to the end of this cycle of trickery, right? We're graduating from this confusing time in our lives so that we can complete our journey. Yes. What else do we have, Spirit? So this transformation is helping us to elevate into our rightful place. We're transforming our passion into a flame that will burn through the ages. Leaving behind our old karmic ties, releasing, going deep to bring this to a completion, doing the real study work that we need to about this process so we can detach in a healthy way and release the trickery, release the tricks of the ego mind so that we can allow this transformation to complete itself. Let's get some tarot on these emotional, spiritual feelings of the water signs. Talk to us about where we are now, how we can release this karmic soulmate and put these trickster energies to rest. Where we are now, seeing what we need to release. What messages do we have from this beautiful water tarot deck? Let's see, water signs. Please clarify, too many. Please clarify the Hierophant, soulmate, okay. Abundance, Queen of the Ocean, totally in your element, water signs. Each reading that we've done, the element has represented itself very well. And so here you are, water signs, Queen of the Ocean. This is Empress energy. All right, we had the Emperor in the last reading, and we have the Empress here. And so what this is saying is that we are our most abundant and divine soulmate. Being in your own element puts you right in line for this transformation to be an abundant, smooth one for you. Clarify transformation and release and completion. This is a set here. Yeah, clarify this. We have the Ten of Pentacles and the King of Swords. So King of Swords is you holding that sword of truth. The reality. Oh, wow. At the bottom, we have the Angel of the Ocean. Yep. We're moving on from rough waters to calmer waters here. With the King of Swords, clarifying the release card, this sword is helping us to detach from things in a very logical way. We're using the higher consciousness that we have about this need to release to support us, okay? This King of Swords is unapologetic in their need to release things because they understand that there is a kingdom to protect, okay? Completion, Ten of Pentacles. Again, releasing and allowing things to come to a completion. This is a 10. So that the new beginning can happen is super important. We are so much more lucky than we can imagine, because this release and completion doesn't mean that we have to cross over from life to quote unquote death, right? It's allowing us to cross over in life, in our emotional space, all right? So that we can create new abundance, new luck for ourselves. We have abundance and luck coming out here, with the King of Swords being really ambitious to move forward. Okay, being very ambitious to move forward and release whatever is necessary in order to do that. And so releasing all of this trickery is a part of our healing process. And we're starting to realize that we have been deceived and that we do need to heal from this. And not only are we the queen of the ocean, but we're the mother freaking angels of the ocean, okay? We can clear those emotional spaces faster and better than any of the other elements. You're the empress of the emotional realm, the emperor of the emotional realm, the angel of the emotional realm. Not only do you rule that realm, but you cover and protect that realm. That's what I was saying, that this Hierophant, this abundantly aware, high spiritual being, Hierophant and the Empress together, have the capacity to set things in their proper order, because you know what is necessary to make that happen, and you're willing to support the healing and transformation of other people because you're the angel of the ocean. You're there to help other people to find their passion, to find that spark again, to examine their own flames, their own emotional space. And you're here to help them create that infinite abundance of love. And this is all a part of your gift. This is who you are. And like the droplets of water in the ocean, that's how abundant you are. That's how lucky you are to have this skill set, all right? And to be able to do this work on behalf of the collective. The universe will reward you handsomely, actually. Okay. Let us go into some ways that we can call forth self-care. What perspective of self-care is being called into view for the water signs? How can we take care of ourselves, like the queen of the ocean and the angel of the ocean that we are? How can we bring in this release and completion so that we can receive our handsome reward from the Most High Universe. What perspective of self-care is being brought to our awareness? We have something flipping out here. What perspectives of self-care is being brought to our awareness? One at a time, please. Release and ambition. Thank you. Thank you. At the bottom, look at this, water signs. I'm telling you, check out the last reading. This came out for the earth signs. Beautiful progression from where they are to where you are. Okay. I'm just being nosy at the bottom. Okay. So alone time, water signs. You see us swimming in those waters, doing what we do best. That's us twirling and swirling and really using our gifts to support the transformation of the planet and all of the beautiful life forms that rely on water. We're helping them as well. First card out, we have, all right, this came out and it flipped upside down. It says health checkup. So what you're doing right now, water signs, is really checking yourself, right? You're checking yourself before you wreck yourself, right? Before you allow yourself to stay stuck in the old perspective of karmic soulmate energy, you are putting things in their right order, okay? Getting all the things checked off of the list here and making sure that you are abundantly wealthy from a health perspective, from mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual health perspective, so that you can really sit on your throne as the queen of the ocean. All right, you're checking yourself so that you have all of the things that you need to move forward, right? I was saying that we're getting our scuba gear on and making sure that all the pieces that we need are in place so that we can dive deep. And so obviously before you go to new levels of water pressure, which is very different than air pressure, okay? You want to make sure that you are fully equipped with all the information that you need so that you can be fruitful and abundant. Because it came out upside down, it flipped like that, I'm not seeing this as anything to worry about. This is you just crossing all your T's, dotting all your I's, and making sure that you have a clean slate. You have a clean slate to move forward with. So nothing to worry about here. Spend time with friends. So again, the water signs are learning when to pull back and be alone, let people do their own work and heal themselves, and when to build collaborative, celebratory, harmonious partnerships and experiences with other people, okay? We're balancing that out. We are releasing some of our old friends and cutting those energies out of our lives so that we can continue our divine transformation. And in releasing old friends, right, you're doing a full check, a wellness check on your whole circle. This is you checking everything, not just yourself. Thank you, Spirit. This is you checking everything, making sure that all the people and the things that you have around you are for your greatest good, and anything that's not is being released, even if that means your circle of friends gets way smaller. Okay, people start dropping out of your life like flies, and you have a very small circle. That's because you're ambitious and you're moving towards people that have the same frequency and that are looking to do this transformative work alongside you. Okay. We have aromatherapy. So yeah, breathing in some new air, clearing your senses, just like the perfume that we saw in the Hierophant, right? Yes, thank you, Spirit. We have the scents and sounds and colors and flavors that really light you up. Allow those things to help you bring the old to a completion. Also, what I just got is two things. First thing, there may be some elements or things that you use to help bring you into a certain emotional space of completion and feeling whole and grounded, and like you can get all the information you need because your senses are clear. The universe is saying tap into those, even if it kind of brings back memories of, you know, the past. You can experience them from a different emotional place. So let's say your grandma has a perfume that she used to use, or your mom has a favorite flower that she likes to grow, whatever it could be. And maybe you've had to leave some of those people behind on your transformation journey. You've had to release them and put old things away, but you're still connected to them because they're always a part of you, right? They've helped to light you up in some way throughout your life. And so again, I was saying that we can't take karmic soulmates or anything really with us, but we can hold on to the way that we were impacted by it and experience it from a different emotional place. So that's what this aromatherapy is inviting you to do. I also got that you may have some scents, some old clothes, some old gifts that people have given you, and you have such an emotional attachment to it, one that may not necessarily be clearing for your senses, but it may block your senses. And the universe is saying to release those things, right? If they keep you kind of trapped in this energy instead of bringing it to a completion, then you can add some new things to your repertoire that might light you up. Ooh, that was a lot. Okay, thanks, Jerry. Finally, with trickery and healing with the angel of the ocean, we have deep breathing. So breathing into your higher aspects. Look at this. Instead of us being at the center of this spiral, using the wrong GPS system, trying to find our way out, we need to get into our heart and do some deep breathing so that we understand how to get out of this spiral just by moving the blockages, moving whatever stagnant energy, whatever oppositional force we may be experiencing. Doing that deep breathing helps you to clear that. It helps to remove all of these things. It opens up the labyrinth of your heart and clears the labyrinth of your mind. Yes. Thank you so much. Let's get a message from the angels of Atlantis. What are the views from the six that we're striving toward? Angels of Atlantis. Please give us some words of encouragement. Remind us of why we're doing this. Why am I doing this again? The water signs. What are the views from the six that the water signs are striving towards? Wisdom with Metatron. What else are we striving towards? Courage. Yes, that came up in the last reading in a different form, obviously, but we're grateful for the message again. We are not cowardly lions. We are courageous. We are not scared to do that deep sea diving. We are courageous. Last message from the angels of Atlantis, please. Okay. Transmutation. Yes. The Most High is merciful, so please don't worry. Anything that you release will be replaced. Don't allow the trickery of your mind to make you think that once you let something go, you're never going to get it again. If I let this one soulmate go, I'm never going to find anyone again. If you realize just how many things and people you've had to let go of already, you'll know that that's not even true. You'll know that once you bring it to a completion, that you can no longer trick yourself out of the abundance that's actually yours. Okay. Views from the 6. We have Metatron with wisdom. Okay. We are tapping in, like I said before, to those higher frequencies. We are tapping into that wisdom that we've gained, tapping into universal principles and universal wisdom to help us get things in order. All right. When the Hierophant comes around, you better believe it's a health checkup. We checking to make sure that everything is going the way it's supposed to. And that wisdom that we bring down from the divine helps us to exemplify that wisdom in our daily lives. Metatron is here with the wisdom supporting the Empress and the Hierophant. Excuse me. All right. We have here with our transformation, we have courage. Take courage in releasing and completing this cycle. Don't be afraid. We have Ruby here, right? Click your heels 3 times and you can always be brought back home to that space of peace, okay? And in the meantime, while you're on your journey, just take heart. Just know that the Most High is providing you with all the strength that you need, emotional, mental, spiritual, and physical strength and courage for you to bring things to a completion for yourself. And so that we can breathe in that air of confidence, right? That the Most High has in us. Okay. And finally, we have transmutation. So yes, we're transmuting the trick of the labyrinth of the mind. We're transmuting it into an open labyrinth within the heart. We're transmuting the old GPS system. We're upgrading it. We're getting a whole new GPS system, whole new nautical navigation system. I love that for the water signs. Okay. So the angels we have are Archangel Metatron, Archangel Haniel, and Archangel Michael. Okay, supporting us with wisdom, courage, and transmutation. Yes. Finally, our last message from the beautiful Earthcraft deck. This is our new Earth representation. What guidance reminders do you have for us as we continue this process? Just keep swimming. You know where you're going, you have the courage to do it, and you have the skill set to transmute any negative energies into positive, productive energy. That's a reminder he just gave me. What do you have from the Earthcraft deck for the water signs? Yes, one please. Thank you. Prayer. Stay in a space of prayer, water signs. Cover yourself in the grounding, the connection that the Most High is your soulmate. The greatest soulmate that you could have. The one that answers all of your prayers, helps you to see things, and also allows you to be yourself and grow. So go ahead and keep staying in that space of prayer as this transformation unfolds. This is beautiful. We got a gold ring over her head. Look at that. I cannot make this stuff up. We got the gold ring. It has shown up multiple times for us. And the message that came out is, gatherer. Gather up that abundance, water signs. See that blue scarf in your physical reality? You go ahead and collect everything that the universe has for you. This is the number 12. Gatherer. Our ancestors' connection to Mother Earth was primal and constant, not the luxury or once in a while practice it is today. The new earth provides direction and essential nourishment, growth, and healing to the people who roam its surface in a very immediate and personal way. Every seed planted holds the potential to sustain the life of the community. Every fruit harvested is a blessing, one more resource to carry the community through cold, barren winters. Those who were tasked with gathering knew how to provide for their people. Gatherers knew the importance of using resources wisely, but also truly valued the beauty and abundance of the land. Now is the time to gather your resources and keep them close at hand. You are abundant at this time and should celebrate your prosperity. However, you must be sure to prepare for winter. Like the earth, you will flow through seasons of harvest and cycles of abundance. Remember to fill your spiritual, mental, and physical reserves while you have more than enough. That can mean resting more when you have extra free time or saving unexpected financial windfalls. Unforeseen challenges cannot be avoided, but they can be easier to manage when you have something to fall back on. Peace, water signs. I love you.